welcome back. We are joined now by Andrew Sklazadchek. I can do it.
Yep.
It's a hard name. With Wild Acre Kennels out of Lee Center. Thanks so much for being here today.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about kind of boarding your dog and what that process is like. So what's the first step that people need to know if they're thinking about kind of sending their dog to you?
Well, the first step would be, if you want to get your dog to a boarding facility, would be call your local vet or whoever you go to a vet. So the first thing was what most vets or most training facilities or boarding facilities require are at least rabies, distemper, and bordetella, or kennel cough,
Sure.
same thing. So just make sure you got those vaccination records, otherwise we cannot take your dog or won't take your dog, because we got to watch out for every other dog that's coming into our facility. And then start calling around, hopefully know somebody, find somebody you're comfortable with bringing your dog to. And then once you've figured out that place, then you go there, meet us or meet the facility and see what your dog is doing. But then, like, for what we do with the dog while they're there, we go for 4 walks/runs a day. So we can take them on a run on a 4-wheeler or let them play with the other dogs, or a minimum of 4 walks/runs a day.
So kind of like a fun vacation for your dog.
Yes,
in a way.
most everybody that comes to our facility's got to turn on a gravel road, and everybody says, man, when that dog hits the gravel road, they start going nuts because they know where they're going. We say Uncle Andrew's house. So.
Yeah. Funny. So how does it work? Can people kind of choose how long that they want you to keep the dog, or is there a limit?
No, we do 1-day boarding up to 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever you need. But what we suggest, if you're doing more than 3 weeks of boarding, we would try to get you in like a training program, so at least we can do more with your dog, try to better its life while it's with us in that scenario. But most boarding is your 7 to 10 day kind of trip, so for family vacation.
So it's either like a vacation or like a boot camp.
Yeah,
like a
we
military
can do both.
school.
Yeah, we can do both. We can do training, we can do boarding, we even have a bathing facility, so we can bathe their dog too before it goes home. So one-stop shop is what we're trying to be.
Yeah, that's a really cool to offer both of the training aspect too, and it makes you kind of feel better that someone like you is taking care of the dog as well. But what kind of training do you also offer?
So we do like 2-week bird and gun introduction, so getting your dog ready like as a young puppy to get them introduced into the hunting world.
Oh.
We do we have a 6-week obedience program, so just all types of breeds. Like you're saying, you got a rescue dog. We train everything from a rescue dog, from I would say a wiener dog to a Great Dane and everything in between. So we do all obedience, then we do all your hunting skills. So everything from quarter ranging in the field, flushing, following, delivery to hand, introductory to water, advanced hand signals. So we actually train dogs to do blind retrieve work. So honestly, I mean, anything from obedience to, we also do shed training, like to find antlers when they fall off of the deer. From obedience to hunting to shed training to boarding to bathing your dog to selling puppies, everything. We're a one-stop shop.
This is really, it's kind of an entire world, that it's kind of like a secret world that nobody really knows exists. Is the world of like dog training. So how do you actually like when for a dog who's never done that before, when you're there. What is kind of like the first things that you teach them, for somebody, who's never done that before?
Right, so like when your dog first comes in for training, let's say, or boarding, what we do is we become its buddy. That's our #1 goal, because they're going to be a little nervous, they're going to be a little scared, because they're not sleeping at home on the couch with family. So they're at a new place with a bunch of other dogs and a bunch of, we have 3 or 4 employees that work with us. So we get them in and we take them for a run and we pick them up, hold on to them, do whatever it takes to get that confidence built up into that dog.
Break those walls quickly.
Yeah.
I love
Our
that.
goal is like when the owners come back for further long training or boarding, that dog could care less that the parents are leaving them. That's our goal. And once we become its buddy, then we start walking them on a leash, teaching them like, hey, you can't pull on the leash, you got to walk next to my side. And once we get them introduced to that, then we can start advancing on to more training or whatever that dog's in for. We can start pushing them forward.
Okay.
All right, and let's tell people where you're located really quick.
We're in Lee Center, Minnesota, Wild Acre Kennels, and so just for like 30 minutes, like northeast of here.
All right, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you guys.
More when we come back on Cato Living.